Welcome back to Origami Snowman. My name is Matt, and this is Gus. I'm so sorry. Don't do it, Gus. Knock it off, Gus. Welcome back. Gus, stop it. Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. Welcome back to Origami. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Gus. Stop it. Today I want to share with you that I don't have a lot of time apparently because I have a very needy cat who doesn't care. He is no respecter of time or personal space. I'm going to talk about 3 series, and I call these burrito books because you can't put them down. You know when you get a really good burrito? Like you go to Chipotle and they wrapped it so well and it's just the perfect amount of everything. And you're like, I could set this down and get some chips or a drink of water or whatever, but you don't want to set it down because you're there. You're like in the moment. You're in the zone. You know what I'm talking about? These are burrito books. You just don't want to put them down. They're so good. And so I'm gonna share them. I'm gonna share them with you. I'm gonna share my burritos with you. First, I want to do. This is the first. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars novels. They were great, even when they were decanonized after Disney bought Lucasfilm and all that. These are great books. And this trilogy, the Thrawn trilogy, as they call it, by Timothy Zahn, is the best. Like, it is so good. This was when people started to like take Star Wars books seriously, not just the movies, but the books. And it starts with Heir to the Empire, and then Dark Force Rising, and then finally The Last Command. This is where we first meet Grand Admiral Thrawn. Timothy Zahn came up with this amazing villain who was somehow like more interesting than anyone else in these pages. He was not intimidated by Vader. He treated the Emperor like he was kind of like just an annoying, little hurdle that he had to deal with, and he was a terrific villain, absolutely fantastic villain. We also meet Mara Jade, who apparently doesn't exist anymore, but it's really fantastic trilogy. If you like Star Wars at all, Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy. You can find this most places. The used bookstores have these more than they could handle, which I guess isn't a great testament to how good they are. But they're easy to find. Check them out. They're so good. Next on my list, and this one also incredible, probably doesn't surprise anybody that they're on my list, the Mistborn books. Mistborn, originally titled The Final Empire, which is a weird name for the first book in a series, but The Final Empire, Mistborn, and then The Well of Ascension, followed by The Hero of Ages. Holy cow. This was my first introduction to Brandon Sanderson, and I was immediately hooked. The magic system in these books is so interesting, and it's so simple. And then in the there's a second era of Mistborn books. There's like another series called Era 2. It gets a little more complicated, which is fine. That's exactly what needed to happen, and I can't wait to see what Brandon Sanderson does with Ghost Bloods, which is going to be the third era of Mistborn. But Mistborn is so incredible. Kelsier is such a fantastic, like, he's energetic and he's the right amount of like cocky. You know what I mean? He's a little bit Han Solo, but at the same time, a little bit Obi-Wan. Somehow it works. It's really fantastic. And the character of Vin, if you like a strong female character, Vin is incredible. She's not, that stoic, I feel like too often male writers, they want a strong female character. So they decide, no, she's got it all figured out. She's firm. She's strong, and she's got it all. She's great. No, Vin is a mess. She's an absolute mess. And we get to watch her learn to appreciate her skills and come into her confidence, and she's an amazing character. In fact, there are loads of amazing characters in this. The Mistborn series is so good. The third series that I want to share, this is one, it's a little more popular. and they've been assigning this in high school lately. The Scythe, Ark of the Scythe series. It's really fantastic. Neil Shusterman did an incredible job. Wonderful world building. He took a very simple idea. What if people didn't die? And then he built off of it. We've cured death. We solved that problem, and now it gives us this whole slew of other problems. And how do they solve it? With AI. And you've got this computer that runs everything, this AI that runs everything, and it works really hard to keep people happy, to keep people healthy, to give people choices and options. You don't want to work? You don't have to work. You want to work? We're going to find where you are best suited, where you're going to be the most satisfied. It's incredible. It's such an amazing world. But yeah, people don't die. Babies keep being born. How do you deal with it? With scythes. There are certain people who have been charged with population control. Yeah, they go around and they select individuals to be gleaned, to be killed. And every scythe has a different method of choosing who to kill and also how they kill. And it's an amazing story. It's really incredible. Check it out. It's great. It is definitely, this whole series was definitely a burrito book series for me. Once I started reading the first book, I could not stop until I'd finished the whole series. It was a really fantastic series. So, the Thrawn trilogy, the Star Wars Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn, the Mistborn series, definitely the first era by Brandon Sanderson, and the Ark of the Scythe by Neil Shusterman. All of those three series, check them out if you just are like, what am I going to do over it's winter months now and I don't have anything to do. I want something to pull me out of this very scary world we live in. Well, these are also scary worlds, but they're not yours, so it makes it more tolerable. Anyway, check them out. They're great. If you have burrito books that you recommend to everyone that you couldn't put down, that just blew your mind, please let me know. I'd love to hear more about it. I'm always looking for more book recommendations. So share your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching. I love you guys all to pieces, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.